Good morning, everybody. James Stavridis, the Dean at the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy, and I'm here on a kind of a winter's day with a very wonderful alumna of the school, Bobbi Kates-Garnick. So, Bobbi, you ended up doing a PhD here. Did that lead directly or through kind of a circuitous path to your eventual installation as the Undersecretary for Energy Policy here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts?
Well, early on, I realized that energy was both global, which is why I came to Fletcher, and also very much a local phenomenon. And opportunities being what they are, it was just a great opportunity to understand how local energy plays into more global issues.
So now you're affiliated with our Center for Energy Policy here with Kelly Sims Gallagher. What's your role up there?
My role is twofold. One, as a professor of practice, and two, to work with students on capstones, but also to engage the students in the broader energy community that is both local and global.
I, for one, was, and I think you probably were too, quite discouraged when the United States pulled out of the Paris Climate Accords. Do you think that's a big setback for this process globally?
I think globally, leadership, yes, but this is where the local issues of energy transition really play in, because we have known for a long time the way that energy works in this country. There are federal policies, but there are also local policies. And the more progressive states like Massachusetts, New York, California have all rallied together and said, we may have pulled out of Paris eventually, if it ultimately happens, but we have so much control and opportunity locally that we can move forward on the energy transition. So there are so many regulations in place that will make the energy transition move forward. It's a question of markets, it's a question of development. It's perfect for the Fletcher student to really engage.
That's a great point, and Kelly Sims Gallagher was telling me that at the latest climate conference, the largest pavilion was not the United States, but California, the state of California. Governor Jerry Brown was there. And if you think about it, California, if it were a country, would have one of the biggest economies on the planet Earth. So it's a great point.
It is a great point. And what's happened in New England is we're smaller, but we've banded together regionally. So there are many opportunities to form regional agreements. And again, this is where the Fletcher world really comes together globally and locally, because many of the skill sets that we learn as Fletcher students, negotiation, economics, finance, all come together when you're making decisions about energy, to place a project here, to not place a project there, and then to realize what we learn here we can bring to the rest of the world.
Yeah, that's so well said, and it's exactly why we're so proud of you as a Fletcher alumna, Fletcher PhD, professor of practice, and a very wise voice on energy. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks a lot.